Welcome to my 25th episode on streams. And today we're going to uh, learn a different example where we are going to deal with, again, with flat map. And before that, I'm going to deal this example not just by giving a one-line command of Java streams and just giving a demonstration that like previously I gave with traditional programming, we have so many steps, and with Java streams, it's one simple line, single line, right? That is all fine, but how do you build the Java streams commands? It should make some logical sense for us. So for that, let's let's start writing a program first, as usual. Uh, where we start with a new class. And in this new class, we are going to uh, have a very simple example of array of streams, just like words, right? I'm speaking as I speak, I say sentences. We have some library and there are some books, right? In a similar way, I'm going to put this. Let's put the import statement here. Control X, Control V, main, main method, and then the main method, we're going to have stream of Java words. Now, the first thing is that uh, we're going to name this example as a meaningful name. We will say as more flat map operations, more flat map operations. And after we say this, we complete name, no issues. And then rename this to flat map operations. So this is the stream of words. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to use a flat map here. But using flat map, what am I going to do? That is the question. So what we would be doing here is that we are going to count the occurrence of each letter and then, maybe store that in a list or map or whatever it is. But to start with, in a stream, I'll have to first, or do the flattening of these stream of words. That means all these stream of words I'll try to combine into one stream. just like, we dealt an example with flattening of array without a flat map. This is the example, right? Where we had a string data array, and then inside this array we had smaller array of 2 letters. What we had done is that we had done the total flattening of this, but to do the flattening of this, we had a for loop, uh, uh, a double for loop, a for loop, and inside the for loop we had another for loop. Then we, after doing this, we also used a flat map to do this operation. But if you see this example, what I had explained to you, uh, it made the operation very simple by using flat array. So what we did is we had done a stream of data array, then we did the flat map of the stream of the to get another stream, and then we captured this inside a uh, string array. Uh, but how do we actually start using the streams? That's the question, right? You just can't see a command or just copy an example, then show that you know that this is possible to make it easy through this way. But how do we learn to do that? That is very important. So now let's, it should make a logical sense for you of what command when to use. Most of the examples, when you see the stream related examples, the question comes to us is, how is this command arrived? How do we arrive that, this is the intermediate operation needed for me. This is the terminal operation needed for me. And this is the way I convert the list or the arrays into stream. We need to have a very structured way of thinking of how to use these stream commands. So let's start with this stream string words, where we have Java magazine is the best. So we have to flatten this. So when we think of in a very logical way, the first thing to so now what would be the first step when you see this example? The first step to see this example would be, to join all these words like Java magazine is the best. So what would be a separator which by which we need to, split this whole stream? That is the first question we will have. If I use a separator to split, then maybe I will get the whole thing into one single stream or string or whatever it is. Otherwise, I cannot flatten this. I cannot make this into a single stream, right? That means what we are going to do is that we are going to combine all this. Java magazine is the best. After we combine, we will uh, the combining operation is using the flat map, but after that, I need to group each letter, right? And see the occurrence of each letter. How do I do this? That is the question. So, so if you see this words, and if I say dot, if I say map, And if I say inside this words dot map, uh, I can have this converted into a map where, I can store each of these words. So what happens if I use this words dot map? Yeah, maybe. Now map, inside the map, I can use the lambda or the function, right? That is what it's indicating. And if you see the output of this, I can get a string. So if I say map, for each word, I'm going to say W is the word, right? I'm going to split it. W dot split. And what character I'm going to split? I'm going to split by quotes, right? And if I split this by quotes, what will I get? Suppose this is the word, right? W dot split. And I'm going to do is that I'm not going to use any further command now. I'll try to use for each. For each. And then after that, so we have this stream of words now. What if I say words dot and I have say for each, and then I just say system dot out, and then use four quotes and then use print ln. What do you expect here? Because since this is a stream of words, uh, it's a stream of type string words, right? And if you try to print this, what will you get? Let's see. So I got Java magazine is the best. But what I need to do now here is that this is still a stream of string of words. And I need to have a map of each letter with its occurrence. Right. So how do I do that? Now, there are two ways to do this is that you can use the traditional approach where you will take this, convert to a map, and inside the map, you will store, yeah, you can use the stream of string, convert this stream into a map. Okay. And then just like the key value pairs, you will take each word and then you will maybe store this in a set, count it using traditional approach, right? What do you say that let's do this thing is that let's convert this stream into map, and then use this traditional approach to count the occurrence of each letter. But my point is not here to differentiate how would we do this by traditional approach and how would we do this by stream. That is not my objective. The objective here is that how do I assemble the commands inside the stream? What I was talking about is that in one of my examples is that we talked about streams, right? So what I meant is this one, where you're saying this is your stream. How do I know that I need to use these three operations, right? And then just terminal operation. You're showing a diagram. How many intermediate operations I need to use? It is what's the methodology by which we, assemble these instructions or commands. So in traditional processing, it's very easy. You know what each API is for, what is the purpose. But in streams, it's not like that, right? So what we do first now is that we take only one operation at a time, which means that when I come back in this example, I just took stream of words and then I'm just trying to print, what does each word mean. But just converting stream, am I able to meet my objective of finding the occurrence of each letter? No, it is just printing me each word. Java magazine is the best. And you can see that, right? Since I have put string as a type of stream, it is by default printing each as a string. It is understanding that this is a string. Java magazine is the best, right? If you are getting confused, then I would rather do this way. Uh, Say Z and then take out this out.println, and I will just say each word. And then I would say plus the dot. Uh, what is this? What command I can get? C dot. If I put Z, it is enough because it is tough type string. Will it accept? Let's see. Yes, it is accepting. So it says each word is, let's say each word is, then run this. So I'm able to differentiate, as able to say Java magazine is the best. Now the question comes is that if I put this in a map, uh, what it would put the I want to put each letter inside the map. Like I want to put J inside the map in terms of key value pairs. Right here, the moment you prepare a map, it can have a key with the value. The value will be the letter, or inside that, the key is the letter and the value is the number of occurrences. How do I do this inside the stream? What you could see is that, here I got a stream, and this stream I'll convert to a map. So when you convert this to a map, the first thing what you would do is that, uh, you would store the first letter, then the second, and the third. Correct? So far so good. What we achieved now is that we use stream, and then we try to print each word, and we are able to recognize this each word. But our objective is not that. Our objective is to make sure that we are able to put each letter as key and its occurrence as the value. So what we did here is that we took a stream of words, then now each word is split into characters, right? So I'm just taking each word and then mapping it to a character here, putting that in a list, and I'm trying to print that list. So what I have achieved is, I achieved this, that I got a list of every character here. I done half of the task which was needed uh, by choosing flat map, because we already know about flat map. Flat map here is helping you to flatten this whole uh, words are there, right? It's joining all those words. So, and then converting that into character. That is the flattening operation we did using flat map, and then we put that in a list just to see the output here. But our task is not completely over, right? So what should we do next? To make sure that we are also able to count the occurrence of the letter simultaneously. That is where, we have something known as group by, or we also have partition by inside the Java streams, and then we will try to use that uh, instead of again going back to the traditional approach. But now, why I'm doing this kind of programming, just to make sure that we are able to figure out by ourselves what operation is needed inside the streams. Here, we already studied the flat map. The previous example, we followed an example where we understood how to replace a foreign loop with a flat map. Now that knowledge of flat map, I'm again using here to make sure that, you know, I will flatten a set of words, all of them into character using flat map. The only operation which needs now is group by and collect the occurrence of each word, right? So the approach what I'm taking is simply, the way to build commands. So instead of doing a collect dot to list, let's collect this in the stream and at the same time, try to see the occurrence, right? Uh, collectors dot grouping for each C, you do a collectors dot counting. Let's see how would this appear. So instead of collecting like this list character, I would collect this in a map, right? Map. And then I would have here long. Would this work? Okay. So I'm grouping that collectors. How do I group? I group it by doing for each character, I group it by using collectors dot counting. That means each character, I'm not just, saying that I'm as well as counting that and putting that in a map. And after doing this, let's see what happens. If I compile and run this, I know there is no output, but let's try to print this map now. Can I use system.out.println here? PRINTLN. Can I use this way? What does it say? Add missing method, println. It's not missing. Let's have an iterator for map and then print it instead of doing this. Or you can do one thing is that PRINTL println system. Okay, it cannot print this. It cannot print directly a map like this. So we have to print the map. Just take the iterator and print the map. Iterator. Equals. Can I get iterator from here? Oh, it gives me a key set. Okay. I need not to print using iterator. It gives me a key set here. Yes, I got the key set. Now key is saying me that A, B, E, G, H, I, J, M, N, S, T, V set. So what about the key value? Yeah, give me the values also. A is 4, B is 1, C is 3. But this is not the way we want the output, right? We want the output with the letter and its occurrence. So we can do this in two ways. We can iterate the map using a traditional approach, or you can use strings to, do a for each, right? So I just remove this map character long letters, and at the end I say for each. It means I give a terminal operation here itself, whichever method we prefer. But we achieved this task by first breaking, starting, breaking, starting. So we used for each, and inside that we used letter and count 2 instead of 1. And for each occurrence of letter and count, we are just printing this. So this is the way we did the approach of, using the streams. So that means that you can use this approach what we talked about when it comes to streams, right? That you do have a operation here. Uh, I'm talking from a diagnosis perspective. Use input, use operation, then terminal operation. What exactly I mean is that let's go to our whiteboard. Can we see our whiteboard here? Show video panel, share computer sound, annotate. What I mean to say is that let's copy this diagram first in a so I can have only one operation here and then do a terminal operation and see what's going on. Am I meeting my objective? Have I met? That means I would split my task into three activities first, and I would achieve them partially. Like in my case, I achieved the operation one by just converting this into the set of characters. Then I use the terminal operation to see whether I was successful in converting the words into a set of characters. Then again, I used operation one, operation two, and then I used terminal operation. The operation two, what I had done is that I had just, uh, converted this to a character C, and then I did a grouping by, and then again I had done a terminal operation. So when I did the terminal operation, I found out that I was on the right path. There was no need to sort this. So I did not do any sorting here. I collected this in a map character log. So once I'm convinced that I'm getting the output, then I did operation one, operation two, operation three, and then I did the terminal operation. So this approach you could use when you are, working with streams. If putting all the commands, the pipeline seems to be very tough for you. I'm just repeating what I said is that uh, we knew that using a flat map, we could flatten all the words which are there here into character. So this is the first operation we achieved and just saw whether we have done it or not using, the terminal operation. We converted these words into flat map, and again we mapped each. We use map to object to convert to a character. Then you would also ask that, okay, you talked about flat map, but you never talked about group by, right? And how did it strike to you to use group by to get the collector start counting? So that is what we are going to deal a bit in detail in the coming episode where we are going to deal what is grouping by and any other operations like reduce operation. Uh, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, try to subscribe me, give me some feedback. I would love to see how do I improve my presentation or what kind of programs I need to deal with. Any comments are also welcome. Thank you.